All right, welcome. Cool. So this video is about the using the best trading platform. What platforms I use and why I use them. So the comparison today is between Metatrader 5 and TradingView, as you can see here on the screen. With TradingView is the platform that I use for my analysis. I think this is the best platform for analysis, right? The reason why I say that is very user friendly. Everything is at your doorstep. It's very clearly labeled, and like I said, user friendly. You have a panel on the left side that you can choose from. It has all these tools here that you can choose from, different tools, and it's very clear. It's very clear, right? So if you want to, if you want to use an indicator, you just go into the indicator tab and then you start typing, right? With TradingView, it has hundreds of indicators. Just by me typing moving, as you can see, just that alone has hundreds of indicators, right? For the moving averages, I normally use this one, so that's why you see it here, right? Excuse me. So the next one you see here is your assets, your symbols that you want to trade. So if you want to trade USD JPY, all you need to do is type it. You don't need to go searching for it. All you need to do, once you're in the platform, you just type it away, right? USD CAD, right? You have it there. Now going over, you can set your alerts. Easy. You set your alerts if you're a supply and demand trader or support and resistance trader. Excuse me. You set your alerts. Okay, you want the charts to alert you when it reaches this level. You set your alerts to that. The next one is replay. This one I really love, especially when you're reflecting. When you're doing your reflection, when you want to backtest and things like that. What happens is, once you go into the replay mode, all of this depends on where you choose. Let's say I want to go back to this section here, right? Once I choose this area here, in the replay mode, all of this disappear. Right, all of this disappear. What it allows you to do is then start your analysis from here as if you've never seen this area before. Right, so for each one, so the candles would just play in real time, historically in real time, right? If you understand what I'm saying. And that allows you to go through the charts. Maybe you go through the whole week or the month or the year and try to see where you can make entries. So you're practicing your trades. Would you still make entries at this level? Would you still make entries at that level? And it really helps with your analysis. Very easy to navigate, right? You can set your favorites here with TradingView. This is your favorite panel and indicators. And also you can save your chart. So for example, let's say you have let's say volume, right? With volumes, you set it to your liking. You set the settings to your liking, or even the RSI. You set it to your liking. You set up the charts to the way how you trade, right? And then what you can do, you can save it. So anytime you go onto the charts, you save it. I mean, you open what you saved, right? And also you can take screenshots of your charts. You can publish your results and things like that. If you have a community, you can publish your results or publish your teaching or your lessons, whatever it may be, right? Now, if you compare with Metatrader 5, so this is Metatrader 5 that you see here, right? So TradingView has hundreds of indicators, right? You have with Metatrader 5, you have to go into here trying to figure it out. Oh, look, indicators. If in regards to trends, you have to find it here, right? And so with TradingView, all you need to do is type it. See, I was looking for moving averages, and all I typed was moving, and moving averages pop up. Whereas in Metatrader 5, I had to know what section moving average would be. Would it come under trends? Would it come under oscillators, volumes, Bill Williams? I don't know who this person is or what he does for a living, right? And it just becomes confusing sometimes, right? The view. So when you first do a chart, okay, when you first do a chart, you then have to let me try and open the chart. Yeah. Excuse me. There you go. New chart. Let's open a Euro USD chart. So this is how it comes. Okay. Whereas with the TradingView, as soon as you open it, this is how it comes. There's no tricks, nothing like that. Right? So now you have to know how to get rid of this. Right? Now it took me a while to learn this. I had to go on YouTube to actually learn how to change this. Why is this everything green? I'm used to the red and green candles, but everything is green and white. What's this grid here? It makes no sense, right? The zoom on Metatrader 5 is not the best. Look, I'm trying to zoom the same way I would zoom for TradingView, and this is what's happening, right? It doesn't really help, right? So I'm trying to figure things out. Okay, let me zoom back out. So in order to see the chart properly, I have to zoom out, but it's not where I really want it to be. Whereas with TradingView, right, it's very user friendly, right? Where I want to be close, I need it far. I want to capture, a lot more time in the market. And you can see, right? Whereas Metatrader 5 or 4, you don't really get that. Okay. Now the indicators, these indicators, where are we? So these indicators that you see in Metatrader 5 or 4, you get some of them for free, right? Some of them for free. But with TradingView, you get hundreds for free. For example, with my pivot on TradingView, I use pivots, but I can't use pivots on Metatrader 5. With pivot, I have to then look for it here and then choose the type of pivot that I want. I like to keep things simple. Trading is better when you keep things simple. So you have some pivot point, Fibonacci or whatever here for free, but is it the one that you want? How would you know that, right? Today, I don't know that, right? And I'm not going to go looking for to find out which one is the right one for me, right? $4.99 for this one. Pivot killer. What's a pivot killer? It's just it's too much, right? So if I need to find a symbol or asset, I need to go here, type it in, USD CAD, enter it, right? It still doesn't come up. Still doesn't come up. But then I need to drag it across, right? Drag it across. And then I would see it, right? Oh, here we go. So indicators, and then objects. I don't know what objects is. You have these ones here that says lines. Okay, so it's the tools actually, right? But this one here says tools. But in TradingView, we know that these are the tools. The tools are here, right? So overall, I just think that TradingView is just very, very user-friendly. It's very easy to use. You can use both. There's nothing wrong with using both. But what I like with Metatrader 5 is that once you make an entry, then you can add your stop loss and take profit after you've made your entry. However, with TradingView, it's depending on the platform, that the broker that you use. So TradingView has hundreds of brokers. Most of the brokers are here. You have TradeOvate, Paper Trading, and all these different brokers that you can use that are linked to the TradingView platform. And the only thing that I don't like about TradingView is that each platform has different leverage amount and the way how to calculate leverage, right? So it's based on the broker. So like TradeOvate, which I've used before, is very simple. Whereas 1 unit, we know 1 unit is worth $10 per pip, right? 2 units is worth $2 per pip, and that depending on the asset. So like gold, you know, 1 unit is $10 per pip, but Nasdaq 1 unit is $5 per pip. So it's plain and simple. Whereas you might get something, I don't know, I haven't used any other ones, but you might get other ones where you have to put in 1,000 or 1 million units, because I don't know. That's the only thing I don't like about TradingView. But it's not has nothing to do with TradingView. It is everything to do with the broker, right? And all TradingView is just a facilitator for the broker, so you can use the broker platform on TradingView, right? So overall, for me, TradingView wins. TradingView is a better platform for analysis. What kind of one more thing, again, which has nothing to do with TradingView. It just happened to do with the difference between TradingView and Metatrader 5, is that sometimes the charts are not the same, right? The charts are not the same. So what I do, I use Oanda, because Oanda is the levels here in Oanda is the same as the levels in Metatrader 5. Okay, it's not really a big issue. All you have to do is just go to Metatrader 5. You do your analysis. Go to Metatrader 5. Check and see if the levels are the same. So to understand where you want to put your stop loss and take resistance, and just do that particular analysis in Metatrader 5 instead of in TradingView. And that's the simple solution to that one. But overall, your full analysis, for me, TradingView is the best one. Okay, so that's it for now. Enjoy your day. I'm out. Peace.